Good day, boys and girls. This is Poulin from Party Time DJ Services. I should say actually good day, Facebook friends, because I am making this video for you guys. I've had a few people that were curious that asked me about the powered speaker that they saw at Costco, and I actually did see this speaker a few weeks ago. And of course I was curious, as I am kind of a speaker fanatic. I do love active speakers or anything DJ or speaker related. One thing that got me curious, of course, was the 2,000 watts of power claim, because you know, I do have quite a collection of speakers, and I pay a lot more than the $300 asking price of these speakers. So, and none of my speakers are actually 2,000 real watts. So I really had to test this out. And as with any, you know, manufacturer's claims, you do have to take them with a grain of salt these days. So of course 2,000 watts does look good in print, but this is a $300 speaker with a whole lot of features, and believe me, you're not going to actually get a real 2,000 watts of power. So that being said, I still wanted to test this out, and what really got me interested in this was the amount of features, because we're going to have a look at the back of the speaker in just a minute. Just a few basics here. It is a 15-inch woofer and 1-inch horn, and you do have the bass ports on the side here for increased bass response. It does come with 3 handles, a top handle as well as 2 side handles, which is good because the speaker does, one negative about the speaker is that it is fairly big and it is fairly heavy as well, coming in at roughly 50 pounds or so. But one good thing is that they do have wheels on the back, so you can tilt it back and, you know, roll it away. So that's one good thing. And some other really great things are the amount of features on this. If you look, Bluetooth compatibility, so if you have a Bluetooth device, you can just sync it up with the speaker here, and you can, you know, stream your music, and that's something very convenient for most people. You also have USB input as well as an SD card input, so everyone has SD cards, everyone has USB sticks, so you can just put your favorite music on there, stick it in, and it starts to play. One thing is that you want to put only music that you want to listen to on your USB stick or SD card, because although there is a, you know, song previous or a song next, you can only skip one song at a time. So if your favorite song is you know, in the middle of a 500 song stick, you're going to be pressing that button quite a few times. So this is great for setting up, you know, outside, if you have a pool outside, and a lot of the iPod docks and stuff and little speakers usually don't get quite loud enough for those that have loud kids in the pool or in the backyard. So these here, although they're not 2,000 watts, they are very, very powerful, more powerful than most people will need in their backyard. So rest assured that these will get loud enough for your family parties, family gatherings and whatnot outside. And they have quite a few connection options that most people, your average person, wouldn't use, but still convenient to have. So you do have 2 separate lines here. One does have an XLR as well as a 1/4-inch mic input. Second channel here has another XLR or line mic input and a dual RCA. This is good if you have an iPod or MP3 player that doesn't have Bluetooth compatibility. You can just buy a 1/8-inch dual RCA cable and plug that directly in there. So you can have your iPod or MP3 player plugged in one channel. You can actually plug a mic in the other channel and sing karaoke. There is an included mic with this speaker. I haven't even tested it since I'm pretty sure it's not very good, but it might be okay for karaoke purposes. The speaker also does come with a speaker stand, one very nice feature considering the price. And so you have your level controls here. You do have a volume control on the actual little SD or the little SD USB player here. As soon as I turn the speaker on, I turned the volume down because it is set to like full pin. So if you, it will be loud as soon as you put it on. So the volume goes up to 30. I think I put it down to about 23 on this here, and you can control the volume from your master here. You have a master output control. You also have a bass and treble control. I found the settings for the treble, I found that, you know, set just at the 0 mark where it is, sounded just perfectly good. As for the bass, I turned it up a little bit, around +2, just to give it a nice fuller sound. But more, if you put it more than +2, it does tend to get a little bit boomy. So +2 for me was pretty much the perfect setting. And of course, the better quality are your music files. You know, if you're paying for your music on iTunes and whatnot, the better quality they are, the better they will sound. You do have a power LED down here and a peak light. And that peak light, if you see that blink, it's probably because you're playing this thing really, really loud. And this tells you, you know, maybe back off a little bit. You can play it with the red light blinking on and off. But if it's continuously blinking and it's solid red, you probably would need to turn down the level. If not, it does have a built-in limiter system where when you get to a certain point, it automatically reduces the low frequency and overall output, just to tell you, you know, it reduces it till you do turn it down. Then that's just for, you know, to protect your investment. And you see there is a warning down here, attention chaud. That's because this is a heat sink here. There are no fans in here, so basically the heat produced by the internal amplifier comes out to this heat sink. So on a hot day, if you're playing it loud, you probably don't want to be touching that because it will get fairly hot. They also have a built-in FM radio, which is great. There's an antenna right there. So for those of you that just want to be playing Q92 all day, you can do that. And overall, I've tested a lot of really expensive speakers. I've also tested quite a few cheap ones, or as I call them, disposable ones. And this is definitely one of the best entry-level speaker I've tested. Very nice, full sound. And the high frequency driver is usually the weak point of these really cheap speakers, and the one on this actually sounds quite decent. Most people will be very happy with it. It's not too hard on the ears. It just sounds, you know, really good, especially considering you paid $300 for it and with everything that comes with it. And it is backed by Costco's 1-year warranty, so all of you who have ever dealt with Costco know that they're excellent in customer service and with returns and whatnot. So that's another reason why I didn't really mind spending $300 to get this speaker. I know I'm covered for a year, and yeah, with all the features. I'm at camp right now, and basically plug this into the wall. Well, this is actually the outhouse, but plug this into power and just plug in the USB stick, SD card, or your Bluetooth device, and you know, you're good to go. Simple as that. All the power is built in. So there you go. Costco's Edison M2000 MKII speaker, $299 plus taxes at your local Costco. I don't know how long they're going to be keeping these in stock, because after I went the first time, I went the second time to pick it up and they didn't have any. Then the third time I went, they did have one, so my wife said just get it and test it, and I was actually really surprised at the sound quality and the output capability. It will be louder than most people will ever need in their backyard. And for those of you doing, you know, parties here and there with friends in your garage or whatnot, just a perfect buy. They'll get a lot louder than your typical home stereo. And as mentioned, you can plug in a microphone if you want to sing along with your music and be the life of the party. So there you go. Poulin from Party Time DJ Services with Costco's Edison M2000 MKII. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free. I'm always happy to answer your questions honestly. Have a great day.